Oh,
Microphone's working.
yeah. Testing. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the October Sandwich Council Planning Committee meeting. Okay, item 1, apologies for absence received.
We received apologies from Mr. Amaru, Councillor Pennington and Councillor Paul Carter there.
Okay. Item 2, declarations of interest. To receive any declaration of disposable pecuniary interest from members in respect of business to be transacted on this agenda. Okay. Item 3, minutes of the Planning Committee. To approve the minutes of the Planning Committee held on Monday the 16th of September 2024 and to consider any matters arising from those minutes not covered elsewhere on this agenda. Attachment 1.
Would it help if I updated first and then if
Yes.
that answers any questions?
I'm sure it will.
So I've spoken to and contacted DDC with an official request for a meeting. They have initially said yes to that, but we're just organising now who the best people from Dover District Council Planning Department would be. And they have suggested that the meeting be held with just the chair of the planning committee and then the clerk or myself in place of the clerk. And I just wanted to ask if that was how you envisioned the meeting, or was it that you hoped that all members would be involved?
No, I prefer the whole committee
Okay.
to be invited.
Yeah. What councillors are one from the whole committee?
Planning committee.
Oh, thank you.
Because we all have different
Yeah, views, don't we?
views and concerns.
Yeah.
So I've got a slightly different perspective. I wouldn't want to overburden the resource input from DDC, but one aspect I think is important is the heritage officer and their role, because coming up we've got another application here that's a resubmission, and it'd be interesting to sort of get their perspective on what they use to determine whether something should or shouldn't be allowed. So, sorry, it's a slightly different view to yours, but we're entitled to have different views.
Student officers, isn't it?
Yeah,
Two different officers.
Yeah.
I did request, you talked over the elements that you wanted to discuss, in particular one application that you had concerns over, but actually overall there were other concerns in general, in particular planning and conservation, flat roofs.
Yeah.
So all of those were, I expressed all of those, and then she's going to get back to me shortly, and the hope is that it will be around the next meeting.
Ultimately, they should be taking the advice from the officers, shouldn't they, in terms of leading their decision making. So I think they're integral or key to any engagement with DDC.
So going forward though, you would like me to try and arrange a meeting with all members of the planning committee, or you're happy with a representative?
That's my preference, but I'm happy to take a vote on it.
You're proposing that, do you have a second for that?
Yeah,
Still,
second that.
so all in favour that we have all the councillors in the planning committee?
Well, invited, not necessarily attending.
And officers as well. Key officers.
Yes.
Key officers.
So is that
Yeah, I think we're in favour of that.
Turning up.
Not non-voting, so they just attend or voting.
Well, there's not going to be a vote, we're just going to ask for their information, aren't we?
Yeah.
Instructions.
So the quorum stays the same. And everything.
Oh yeah, we're not going to be voting on what they do. We're just going to ask them questions, they give us their answers.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we think we're right, and then they suddenly change what we wanted, don't they? They say,
Yes.
it's not within the planning guidelines, or sometimes it doesn't get called in by the councillors, as the officers decide. You think, oh, that's gone through, and you think, oh, it's gone straight through on the officer's recommendation, which can be quite scary at times.
Yes.
Okay, I think we'll be favour.
Okay, so moving forward then, that the whole planning committee is invited,
Yeah.
and obviously we'll discuss with.
Would that be an open meeting, or is
No.
it's just an informal?
Informal
Informal
meeting between the
meeting,
planning
yeah.
committee, councillor members and.
Hopefully it could be a pre-meeting, hopefully, couldn't it? Yes,
Just informal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no decision making.
Question and answer session.
Yeah.
Question.
Okay.
And then, sorry,
No,
and then moving on from that, I did request information about the tree storage, not trees, but logs.
Logs,
I put all those questions forward, and I haven't yet had a response. I did try and chase up today, but I'll I'll keep on that. I'll do that tomorrow as well. And then I called in also what you requested, I can't remember, it was a withdrawn application that you had felt that work had actually already begun or was happening, so I have emailed that through as well. I think those are all the main actions from that.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, so you're happy with the minutes of the previous meeting?
Yeah.
We vote on them?
Happy to second it.
Item 4, public participation. A 20-minute session is set aside for members of the public to make representations at the meeting in respect of the business on the agenda. Individual representations should not exceed 5 minutes. Written notice of a desire to exercise the right to speak, together with the topic to be addressed, must be given to the town clerk at least 4 hours in advance of the meeting.
So yes, I forgot that was an action. I have updated that section of the agenda, and no, I did not receive any requests.
Okay, thank you. Item 5.
Did you want to?
Yeah, I was just going to, I didn't notice there's 4 applications at the end, I, J, K and L. 2 of them are Woodlands, 2 of them are Eastwood. I don't think we need to discuss those, do we?
They're not.
They're not adjacent to our immediate parish.
I did raise that issue before the
Yeah.
meeting with the town clerk, and the advice given was because it's a CT13 postcode, it does fall within our, and I have
Yeah, we've never done it before.
concern.
You don't want to start a historical precedent discussing all history planning or...
The trouble is, Eastwood and Woodlandsville have got their own parish council.
That's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, we don't want to start precedent, do we?
No.
It may
We've
just
never done it
be
before.
treading on their toes.
And they've already commented on.
I think it was Raz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're all in favour that we don't discuss those 4 items?
Discussing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, we've got more than them.
Yeah, we got the best planning committee. Okay, thank you. Item 5, planning application. Application, plans and papers can be viewed via the Dover District Council website. A, planning application, reference number 24/00990, proposal erection of a building for use as storage, location Pembroke Works, Ramsgate Road, Sound, CT13 9ST. That's the Stevens and Carlotti site, isn't it, right down the end of the left? So, I'll propose that.
Yeah, and I'll second.
Okay, all in favour of that one?
Yeah.
Then we will support that one. Lovely, thank you. Yeah, item B, planning application reference number 24/00948, proposal replacement staircase, replace 3 number casement windows and 1 number French door to rear elevation, removal internal partitions, locations 56 to 58 High Street, Sandwich, CT13 9EQ.
Couple of houses that they're next to the St Paul Arms, Jeff.
Oh yes.
The 2 houses next to the St Paul Arms, I think they're in quite a dilapidated state.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to bring them back.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of work on them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the French doors to the rear elevations as
Yeah,
well.
no issues.
Yeah, I think it's nice that they're getting work spent on them,
Well,
isn't
it is,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So who's
Happy to
proposing?
propose accepting or supporting.
Yes, certainly. All in favour? Yeah, thank you. C, planning application, reference number 24/00995, proposal erection of a single storey front and rear extension, existing conservatory demolished, location 62 Laburnum Avenue, Sandwich, CT13 0AU.
Yeah, I've looked, yeah.
Yes.
Moore,
Yeah, I recommend accepting it.
No, that's a second.
all in favour?
Supporting.
Support. Yeah, very straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay. D, planning application reference 24/00997, proposal, part demolition of load bearing wall to enlarge existing door opener to ground floor, location 49 New Street, CT13 9BB. I think that's one of those that's already had a lot of work done on it.
Yeah, so this one came to this council previously, and we did support the application 12th of June 24, but DDC had rejected it on the basis that it was removing part of the historic fabric of the building. And what we've got now, from what I can see, is a very similar application, just with less of a gap, moving it down from 2,250 centimetres to 1,790. And I just wondered whether we could either support it again,
Yeah.
but that would be in light of knowing that DDC didn't accept it, or we could just reserve any judgment ourselves to leave it to DDC to be satisfied that the changes are sufficient. Yeah.
Well, I think we supported it before, so
We
I
did.
think we should support it again, but if they can make it slightly smaller. But that's up to you whether you want to no comment here or. I'd like to propose
I'm
You could
happy
support
to
it.
support it.
I'd like to support it. Yeah. We'll voting support? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. E. Planning application reference number 24/00897, proposal, prior approval of the change of use from commercial class E to dwelling house C3 with internal operation. Location, first floor, 711 New Street, Sandwich, CT 13 9AB. We've done a lot of work on that lot too, haven't we? Nothing else.
I mean, this is only the first floor, so from memory, the new policy in the local plan talks about ground floor, where we can refuse to convert commercial to or retail to residential. So I would be okay with this.
Yeah, I think we've got a pet shop opening there now, I think, haven't they?
No, it's mango.
Mango.
Yes, mango. So
It's
there's-
mango.
there's
Yeah,
Fred.
that's how it's called, yeah.
And Fred Pet.
That's still with the same owner.
Yeah, so same owner,
Yeah.
two shops,
Two shops.
and it's above
Yeah,
on
there's a
that.
few boxing clubs, have loads of different things.
It's just Mango House, they've got 2 or 3 outlets on the
Yeah.
ground floor all working at the moment, so it's the corner of Austin's Lane, isn't it?
So, yeah, new brickwork on the front, haven't they?
They've done a good job on
Done a
that.
good job
on
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Excellent. You proposing it, Councillor Wells?
Well, unless anyone else has comments.
I do have some reservations in the sense of the very strong views we've had about not changing commercial premises within footprint in the centre of the town, that we should
It's first
possibly
floor.
stick to that as our approach. It's offices, I know it's first floor, but
Yeah.
the first floor, the ground floor is a DDC direction, isn't it, rather than a
Yeah.
town council
Yeah, sure.
direction, so
There's a counter argument that bringing more people to live in the town centre is good.
Yeah.
I don't know what use they would make of it upstairs as a commercial.
No. Used to be a wine import years ago, didn't it?
It's
Watts,
offices.
donkeys years ago.
Offices.
Used to have Watts on the front, didn't it? So it was offices on
The local plan only refers to
the ground
the
floor.
ground floor
Yeah.
in the primary. I think it's within the primary shopping area.
It's only small as well, isn't it? Not big.
I mean, we can just take a.
Neutral view.
propose it.
I'll propose that we.
Yeah, I'll second it. Cause yeah, I
Second
think
it.
we're all staying. Yeah. What was your favourite? John Councillor Benita. You in favour?
I'm abstaining because I agree with Councillor Duke. It's just I do feel that we are losing a lot of trade, a lot of
Yeah.
commercial businesses in the town.
Yeah, they're keeping the retail downstairs, aren't they?
So that's 3-3.
You've got the cost
So
and
you've
vote,
got lots of
yeah.
votes, so that's it.
Item F, planning application reference number 24/00953, proposal erection of 2 dwellings, existing button structure to be demolished. I don't know, but self-built. Location 82 Dover Road, Sam, CT 130BY.
This is a very imaginative development and
Yeah,
this further enhances it.
Yeah.
it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fully support it.
You proposing that?
Second.
Anyone all in favour of this? I think we are. Yeah, thank you. G, planning application reference number 24/00917, proposal single-storey rear kitchen extension, existing lean-to addition demolished, replace side of elevation, ground floor window with French doors, location 59 Strand Street, Sandwich, So, can't see it for fun.
So the issue I had was it's grade 2 listed, but there's no heritage impact statement included.
No.
There's no photographs to show what's referred to as a lean-to, so it's difficult to, unless somebody's actually checked it out, it's impossible to establish the importance or otherwise of it being demolished. So I really struggle with making any judgment on what is a grade 2 listed building.
But, it's a junction of Bowling Street and Strand Street, and it used to be a pub, Bricklayers Arms and the Sawyers Arms, have changed its name. I think this has come before us before, and they were doing some work on an internal wall.
It's right on the
remedial
corner, isn't it?
stuff, I think, to try and, it's right on the corner.
People have got it, haven't they?
It's cream walls.
Councillor says if there's not much information, then there's not much to go on, is there? What they're doing. I mean, a lot of it's behind quite a high wall, isn't it? Going around the corner, so you can't really see into as to what it looks like. It was an original building and another one slightly smaller built quite adjacent to it.
And what
massive big garden going back to St Mary's Church.
And what it also refers to, that it's going to reuse some of the elements that they're taking down. Well, if it's a lean-to as referred to, why would they be repurposing? I struggled a bit with.
I looked at this a few times and couldn't make much
Much
sense.
information.
So I think we can object on the basis that the information is incomplete and should be resubmitted. I think the argument you can't see what's there, it doesn't really hold water, because we have to protect what's within the conservation area, especially where things are grade 1 or grade 2 listed.
I would expect to see heritage statement on this.
Yes, exactly. Is there a heritage statement?
Well, they've got another one there, it's a conservation application, isn't it? They've got two for the one property, haven't they?
And it's not included on the second application either.
No.
Mr. Chair, I didn't mean by my remarks that it was unimportant because you couldn't see. In fact, I thought it was important that you couldn't see, because we don't know what's going on behind, and once people get permission, sometimes.
I feel like it defer it for more information, better plans.
So you're proposing that?
Yeah.
Do we have a second?
Okay. It's similar to the other one as well, isn't it? Conservation one as well, isn't it? Defer it to a bit more details.
So, same proposal and second?
Yeah. So that's the planning application, isn't it? Okay, thank you.
That's it.
So it's now down to item 6, withdrawn plan application. Receive and note withdrawal of planning applications. 7, planning decisions. To receive and note latest decision taken by Dover District Council on new planning applications. Need any comments on that at all? No, don't need. Okay. Item 8, street furniture application. To receive and consider any application made to DDC in relation to a street furniture consent application under the Local Government Miscellaneous Provision Act 1982. Please note, none to consider at the time of issuance of agenda. 10, enforcement. To consider any enforcement notices and issues received from Dover District Council. Please note, none to consider at the time of issuance of this agenda. Item 11, correspondence. To receive and consider correspondence related to planning matters, including a notification of appeals against refusal of planning application. Attachment 2, North Ford offshore wind farm. The project's relevant representation period concludes 23:59 on the 18th October 2024. It's attachment 2. Okay. 12, verbal update from our district council on matters related to planning. Councillor Moore.
Only two things. I'm told that the meeting with the planning enforcement officer concerning 57 New Street is proceeding this coming Thursday.
Yeah.
And secondly is the issues with the tree planting for the Montague place that I mentioned at the last council meeting. I have now gone to Abbey Homes because DDC planning enforcement are not picking this up at all. And the other one is the disputed land between
land grab.
Yeah, the land grab, which is under investigation. I was informed at the weekend that there's over 500 land enforcement cases registered with DDC, and there are only 8 officers to deal with them. So,
Okay, thank you. Item 13, date of next planning committee meeting, 11th November 2024. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.